Okay, what is everyone? So today I thought I'd show some beginner tips for Call of Duty Black Ops 2. Now you might be thinking I'm only level 13, how would I be eligible to give out any advice whatsoever? Well, I have played a lot of Call of Duties in my past, primarily on the PS3. This is PC, as you should probably be able to see my mouse right now, but the knowledge still carries over. So the first and biggest tip that I can give you is to actually start out by playing combat training. Now, boot camp, I think that's only team deathmatch, and objectives are a bunch of objective game modes. Now, in combat training, you will only be earning half the rate of the XP that you would be getting in any other game mode. But the interesting thing about this is that you face AI opponents most of the time. Actual people can join this game mode, so there is a possibility that you will be facing human opponents. But for the most part, there are at least some AIs in the opposing team, and maybe even in your team, which will make it easy to get a lot of kills and thereby a lot of XP, since the AI is not really too smart. I think they're only regular or recruit AI. If they were veteran AI, you would be having a hard time, but this makes it really easy for you to rank up to level 10. After level 10, you will be kicked out of this game mode, so you'll have to go and play a normal game mode. Now, if you have reached level 4, you will unlock Create a Class. Now, Create a Class is interesting this time around, as it's a pick a 10 system instead of the classical pick a gun, pick a second gun, and blah 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 system. Yeah, that's really descriptive right there. But I'm not really gonna go into the sniper rifle, shotguns, and specials and LMGs. I use assault rifles and SMGs as most other people do. Now you're gonna start out with the MTAR, and for the SMG you're gonna start out with the MP7. Now both of these guns are they're good. No doubt about that. So far I have used the MP7 most of the time, since the maps are pretty small and having the extra mobility of an SMG helps out. Now the MTAR is still great too. It's a lot better than the MP7 at medium range, but most of my encounters have been at close range. But either way, you pick your gun. In the beginning, you're not gonna have any attachments unless you rank up that gun. So as soon as you get Create a Class, I would advise you to actually use Create a Class so you can unlock some attachments for your gun before you are level 10 and you have to be slaughtered in public game modes. Nah, that probably won't happen. But anyway, what I like to use is Fast Mag and Quick Draw. Both of those you unlock pretty early on. Now Quick Draw allows you to zoom in quicker, and Fast Mag allows you to reload quicker, both of which help you out. I suppose if you don't like the Iron sight, you can also pick the Reflex sight. ACOGs are quite terrible, don't use them unless you really feel the necessity to put a scope on your gun, but generally in Call of Duty games ACOG scopes are not good. Now as for the secondary, I like to not choose anything, so you save up 1 point. Now in the beginning you are not really going to have anything to spend your points on, so I suppose you could pick a pistol. But in the later levels I can advise you to not use a pistol and to drop either 1 or 2 of your special grenades, tactical grenades, as you'll save up precious points to use towards things that you are actually going to use. I don't really use my tactical grenades too much. Now, I suppose we get to perks. In the very beginning, you're gonna have Hardline and Lightweight. Hardline allows you to earn your point streaks earlier, and Lightweight allows you to move faster. Now, I'm not really too bothered with Hardline. It's still a good perk if you're after the points streaks, but I'm not really about those, you know. But Lightweight allows me to move around quicker, and since I move around very quickly, I like to use that. Then I like to use Toughness as a kind of bonus perk, since I don't really have anything else to spend it on. It allows you to flinch less when you're getting shot at, so that means when you're getting shot at, your gun won't pull up as much, and you will be able to win some more gunfights if you're ADSing and you're facing someone head on. So that helps a little bit. And then Dexterity allows you to pull your gun up faster after you stop sprinting, which helps out a lot if you're rushing around the map. I suppose if you're holding back, this won't help you too much. Extreme Conditioning allows you to run further. My god, my American fake accent is not working out. So I like to use dexterity and then a frag grenade. I suppose Semtex is pretty good too. Now, one thing you do have to keep in mind that sometimes when you rank up, you get, I think actually every time you rank up, you get an unlock token. Now you can unlock specific items, but you do have to keep in mind that your tokens will run out if you spend it very freely. So keep that in mind. Now the wild cards, those are actually interesting. Basically, this allows you to get more of attachments, perks, and primary weapons by trading off 1 point, because you will spending 1 point and getting one of those in return. So I actually like to take perk free create. Now you unlock this at something up to level 13, so that might just take a while. And then I like to take extreme conditioning since I like running around. But this makes the game rather interesting because you can actually get more perks than you normally would be able to pick, because in the classic Call of Duty games you would only be able to pick one perk per perk slot. My god, I'm talking too quickly. So that makes it interesting. Now say I don't want toughness and I would want ghost, which you unlock at level 55. Sadly, no more campers, even though that doesn't really work at camping anymore, because well, not gonna go into detail on that, but I would basically be able to take a second third perk and a second first perk, and then I would be able to take my happy first perk and not be bothered about perk 2, because this perk slot does not really have anything for me. So this really allows you to set up your own class with your own perks that you want to use. So this allows for great customization as to how you want to play. And so far I have to say I like this system. Now one thing I don't like about this is that you're going to be able to create a pretty much superior class if you have played the game. Now I suppose that up to a certain point that is fair, that you actually unlock everything at a later level. But it does feel like you're kind of left out if you are an early rank. So I suppose you wanna earn that XP quickly. Now, those were my tips on Call of Duty Black Ops. I suppose if you want to get a feel for the maps after you reach level 10, you can set up a custom game mode with bots and look around all those maps. You can change all the rules and the maps and look at those. Yeah, there are a good 10 maps in there. And that way you can learn the maps. Now this won't earn you any XP, so that's about it. I hope these tips helped, and have a good day.